All right, y'all, I came across this video. I tried Looksmaxxing for 30 days by Braden, and it has 730,000 views in like a month and a half, something like that. So that's especially for a guy with 15,000 subscribers. So we're gonna give it a watch, give some commentary. On first impression, this is a good looking dude. He doesn't really need Looksmaxxing. Yeah, anyways, he's got a, he's a good looking guy. He's a good looking guy. All right, let's get it started.
For the next 30 days, I'm going to be Looksmaxxing. I discovered Looksmaxxing from a popular streamer named Clavicular, who sparked a massive trend online about...
Of course, it's Clavicular.
Improving your look.
Can't avoid him.
From steroid usage to facial exercises and even bone smashing. So I wanted to try these unorthodox techniques for the next 30 days to see if I can enhance my appearance and to answer a question. Does Looksmaxxing actually work?
You know what works? Jawliner, 10 times strength chewing gum to grow your master muscles, giving you a wider, more prominent jawline. That I know for sure. Link will
It's
be in the
day one, so let's go over some of my Looksmaxxing goals for the next 30 days. One of my goals is to have better and clearer skin. I'm going to be doing that.
Bro, you had like perfect skin before, did you not?
Goal of mine is to get rid of my eye bags and de-blow out my face so I can get hollow cheeks. And after doing some digging on some incel-like Looksmaxxing forums, I found out I'm a 6 out of 10. And how did I come to this conclusion? This Looksmaxxing app analyzed my facial features. 6 out of 10? I need to walk in.
So these apps, like, they don't really work that well. They don't take into account facial harmony. It's not a real human. Like, it's all based off of just angles. Like, if you turned your face slightly and took this picture, it's gonna be like, no, you're really asymmetrical because your left side is way bigger than the other because of the distortion. You know, it's like completely inaccurate. So you just have to keep that in mind.
And according to these Looksmaxxing forums, a perfect man would have hunter eyes, hollow cheeks, clear skin, this. Well, basically, this would be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Jordan is definitely like a 10 out of 10. Or maybe like a 9.8. Prime Jordan. He has a little bit different look these days, after his buccal fat pad removal. But I still think he looks super sick. But some people don't like it. They find it a little bit alien. I like it, but Prime Jordan was Prime too.
So for day one, I'm going to be trying their first recommended technique to improve my looks: jaw exercises and posture training. This is me doing my first set of jaw exercising, using my hands to create
okay, you see what
resistance against the jaw. These are called resisted jaw openings and help sharpening your jawline. I followed it up.
You know what does the same exact thing as that, but doesn't look retarded? Chewing gum. Every time you take a bite, right, you engage your master muscles. You could see it. So that's what he's doing. He's adding extra resistance, right? Instead of chewing some soft foods like bread and cheese and stuff, he's trying to add his own resistance. But you can't just do this out and about in public. You would look like a silly goose. So I recommend instead doing it subtly, low-key, like a ninja, and chewing jawliner, chewing gum. Link me in the description.
Up with some laying down neck curls, and they were super awkward as it's my first time doing this. I also got really lightheaded when I got up, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue this challenge. But after that, I did some chin tucks against the wall, and these help remove your double chin. And because it's day 2 of my Looksmaxxing journey, I decided to shave my face to show off a bit more of my facial definition. And I can't grow a full beard, so I definitely recommend doing it.
All right, so let's break it down. It's got a nice jawline, super clear skin, a couple small blemishes here and there, very full lips. I know I was joking earlier, but no homo. Great lips, nice, prominent, dark eyebrows. Looks like he has hazel eyes. This guy is definitely up there. He's probably a 7.5 on the look scale. I prefer him with his hair back. I don't know about this whole new craze where these young guys are obsessed with like having their hair hanging in front of their face. I know I'm doing it a little bit, but like they have 100% coverage over their foreheads. Effeminate. I think it looks like they're like cowering and like protecting themselves, like crossing your forearms in front of your belly. It looks very vulnerable, but
doing this if you struggle with the same problem. Moving on, I gouache'd my face because it helps with lymphatic drainage and debloating. I did my nightly skincare routine, which consists of a serum, toner, moisturizer, and some eye bag cream. Basically, my whole life, I've struggled with dark circles around my eyes, and it's always been something I wanted to fix. I went to bed, and during my nightly doom scroll, I came across something. What is bone smashing? Starting day 2, I had a question that needed to be answered.
This is good editing. This is like prime. This is like the new meta of YouTube, is that amateur-esque but solid editing, you know? Like, it looks like it was kind of made with iMovie, with the tripod, and he's got his leaf blower. It's not like perfectly all staged and all this like a freaking Mr. Beast video. This is why people like this shit. I get it.
You might be wondering why I have a hammer. Well, because last night I discovered something.
All right, now we have a front-on picture. The other one was a little bit from the side, but yeah, he could definitely debulk his hair a little bit. I think trimming down the sides would lean out his face a tad. He does have a little bit fuller cheeks than I originally thought. So the main thing but it doesn't look like it's like from, you know, extra fat, body fat percentage. It looks like it's just normal fat distribution. Everybody has a little bit different fat distribution. Looks like he just has a little bit more in his cheek area. So for that, he could get buccal fat pad removal, but he looks really young, so he'd probably want to wait till he's at least like mid-20s for that.
Something called bone smashing. So basically you hit your cheekbone, causing micro fractures in the skull to increase your bone mass and density. So I guess we'll just give this a shot. This hurts. I don't know why anyone would do this. I'm not sure if doing this early in the morning was the best idea because I do plan on going to the gym. My face hurts. I don't know if you guys can see the red swelling, but...
Hey, same mic, bro. Mic twins. Hit me up. Let's collab. That's my twin right there.
That's enough bone smashing for day 2. So I just did my first bone smash, and I'm honestly not sure what I think of this technique. It's literally bruising my face. I guess for the remainder of the 30 days, I'm going to continue bone smashing. Went to the gym.
So there's new science that shows that bone smashing probably doesn't work in the way that we originally thought, where you're making micro tears and damages to the actual bone itself. But what is more likely is that you're actually causing damage to the collagen surrounding the bone. And this is congruent with, you know, if you were to break your collarbone or your wrist or something, the collagen around the actual bone itself does thicken, and that is what is actually creating the look of more prominent growth there. So that is, I think, what we are actually aiming for if you were to do it.
For a nice leg workout, and I had my hoodie on because my face was still red from hitting it with a hammer. I did my basic shower routine and noticed my skin was getting a lot clearer. Well, kind of. So I instantly went back and did some more skincare before I headed to bed. And can't forget my resisted jaw exercises, but they began to really hurt. I went down and did some neck curls before I went to bed, and I also did some posture training. I just got my jaw exercisers in the mail, and well, I'm gonna put these to the test now. Opening it up, it comes with 4 different levels. Green being 30 pounds, intermediate, the blue one, being 40 pounds, advanced, the red one, being 50 pounds, and black being 60 pounds as the strongest level. And since it's week 1 of this challenge, I'm gonna start with the green, and if it's too easy, I'm gonna ramp it up. So the instructions are basically start with the beginner set and increase the level as your jaw becomes stronger. If you can easily do 100 to 150 reps a day, you should move to the next resistance level. So I'm gonna try the green ones now, and if it's too easy, I'm gonna move it up. These things are hard. I can literally feel it working my jaw.
So the thing with these, I've seen these jaw trainers. This company actually that I work with actually makes them as well. But I don't understand why you would ever chew that when you could just chew gum. It's virtually just as hard, but it looks natural. It looks like you're just casually doing it. Like, it's so obvious that he's training his jaw. He's walking around, you know, walking into work, these big ass rubber chunks in his face. It's not very low key. So I don't know why you wouldn't just opt for the gum. I guess you could argue that this is like sustainable because you go through these faster and you can reuse that, but it's just so awkward, man.
Okay, 150 reps are done, and my face is so sore, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to eat. Eating definitely sucks. I also got jawline gum, apart from my jaw exercisers.
Nice, that's good, but you got the wrong one, bro. You were supposed to get the one from Jawliner. I don't know what that bullshit is. Arctic mint. So spearmint, all right? The most boring flavor in the world. Can I interest you in mango sculpt? Yeah, that's what I thought. Not only mango, but it's the sculpting kind. So you know it works.
I feel like this might be an easier alternative to get used to because I like chewing gum. So I'm gonna try my
good call. Said that earlier.
first piece of this Looksmaxxing gum. Seems like regular gum.
I think we can go.
Holy shit, it's hard. This is probably the stiffest gum I've ever chewed in my life. It says 1 gum is 1 facial workout. Train your jaw, 5-minute workout, and it's sugar-free and vegan. So, I guess that's good. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and I've never had so much facial activity in my entire life. I went to the
Okay, so the thing with chewing extra hard gum is your master muscle is a muscle connecting your zygomatics down to your neck. So just like any other muscle, when you're activating it, you're pumping blood through it. You're going to engage the muscle and it is going to fill with blood. You're going to get this pump. You'll feel and you'll see the actual difference, just like if you were to pump up your bicep. Now the thing is, just like after a bicep workout, it will deflate, right? So you do have to achieve progressive overload, being consistent with it, letting it like recover because you will be sore. And then eventually later on down the road is when you'll start seeing the results, just like any other muscle.
the gym, showered, did my skincare, and finished off the day with some neck curls and was feeling pretty good. Day 4, my skin was noticeably clearer and I continued throughout the day with my regular routine. It's day 5 and now I'm going to up the level of the jaw exercisers to see how much... Okay, it's been 5 minutes and I've never had so much... Showered, did my skincare, and finished off the day with some neck curls and was feeling pretty good. Day 4, my skin was noticeably...
I think that's just the lighting, man. It honestly kind of looks like you have a filter on. And your skin was very good before. You're not going to clear up your skin completely in 4 days, no matter what you're doing. So whether this is disingenuous or just lighting or editing, who knows, not accurate.
Clearer, and I continued throughout the day with my regular routine. It's day 5, and now I'm going to up the level of the jaw exercisers to see how much difference the 10 pounds actually makes. Just 10 pounds, and it's noticeably different. So I just finished with level 2 for the first time, and my jaw is incredibly sore. So let's see if I get used to this as the days go on. Finishing day 5 with my skincare, neck curls, and some jawline gum, I quickly headed to bed and doom scrolled. What? There's no way this works. It's day 6, almost a week in, and we're continuing to bone smash. This is the most unenjoyable thing ever, and my face is starting to bruise, and I look literally insane.
I'm glad he's actually doing it. You can see the inflammation and the red blood cells rushing to the area. So I think he actually did do it, which is good. But still, it's not likely that you're going to get any remarkable results in just a month. Maybe a little bit, but probably not too much. Wolf's Law is actually known to take, like when you see these UFC fighters and boxers and kickboxers and stuff, it's usually 5+ years when you actually start seeing the actual buildup of the area that is being inflicted upon. So a month, I don't really think you're going to feel it. But
starting to bruise, and I look literally insane. Went to the gym and kept my hoodie on again because this bone smashing makes my face so red. I chewed on some Looksmaxxing gum and continued with the 40-pound jaw strengtheners, did a set of neck curls, and got really lightheaded again. This challenge has not gotten any easier. Fast forward to day 8, it's 5 in the morning and I've got a flight to catch, but this didn't stop me from getting some of my Looksmaxxing in. I'm literally chewing my gum on the plane. And if you're wondering where I'm going, I've got a video to record with my boys over at Family Friendly. It's already day 9 and the traveling won't stop me from Looksmaxxing. I've started to become hooked to it. But during my trip, I unfortunately got news of a passing of one of my family members, and it made it a lot.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
But as the days went on, I wanted to push through and continue my journey.
Day 16, I'm back home in Canada.
I now began to take this challenge way more seriously and really wanted to see some noticeable results. It's been just over 2 weeks since I've done my last Looksmaxxing analyzation, so now I kind of want to see an update to see where I'm at and see my progress. It doesn't really pick it up on my camera, but as you can see on the left side, I was just bone smashing before taking these photos. I took a front profile picture and then a side profile picture as well. It's currently analyzing right now, so let's see how much progress I've made in just over 2 weeks. I'm now an 86 out of 100, which is actually a crazy improvement from my first scan.
Wait, so this is the new photo. Front on, he looks like he's mewing a little bit. Not gonna lie, looks like he's mewing a little bit, sucking in the cheeks a little bit, which is cool. I do it too. I used to do it a lot more. I kind of forgot about it. Good lighting. Hair still could use some help. But let's look at the photo from the beginning.
6 out of 10.
Okay, photo in the beginning, terrible lighting, not mewing at all. He's doing something with his jaw. It's kind of like sloping his jaw a little bit. Other than that, it looks pretty much the same, not gonna lie. So let's go back to the...
A potential on 92, as well as my cheekbones and jawline being very well improved. With just under 2 weeks left, let's see how much more improvement I can really make. It's 17 days into this, and I actually just found out you're supposed to keep your head stable while you bone smash. I don't know if this is just more code, but it may prevent me from getting a concussion. And you guys might...
You know, if holding your head stable helps, then what would probably be even better is if you move your head forward as you're bringing the hammer towards your face. So you're doing double the amount of kinetic energy. You should try that, bro. Double the gains.
If you guys should actually do this. Now I'm going to chew some jaw gum to continue with my regimen because I'm starting to see some progress as my analyzation also gives you guys a bit of proof. I was starting to feel way more confident after seeing some good results from the Looksmaxxing scan, and all I can say is just wait till day 30 to see what happens. And because there's only so many days left, I wanted to move on to the 50-pound jaw exerciser to increase my results even more. Definitely a noticeable difference in just 10 pounds. It's day 19, I just got out of bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's progressive overload. If you just go to the gym and you're benching the bar every single time, ultimately it's going to get super easy. And then if you just keep doing it, your body is going to adapt and not grow anymore. So you need to put on more weight. It's progressive overload, inch by inch, pound by pound, building up, right?
And I think this is the clearest my skin has been this whole time, which is honestly such a good sign. And I'm excited
to go.
Did he even say like what he was doing for his skin? I know we saw him take a shower earlier. Were you just washing your face? Like what else were you doing? Have you never washed your face before? Tell me.
On with my Looksmaxxing today. Good. Pretty proud of what's going on so far.
It's almost day 20 and the gum has honestly gotten so much easier to chew and my jaw just feels overall way stronger and honestly looks a lot better too. I might start going to 2 pieces a day. So I'm done chewing my Looksmaxxing gum and now it's time for me to go straight into my jaw exerciser. And a reminder, this one is 50 pounds and comparing that to the 30 pounds, it's a pretty big difference. This one feels just as strong as the 30-pound one did the first time I used it. So I think that's a good sign because I've made some good progress. I don't know if you guys can even hear what I just said. I'm like rep 90 and my jaw is starting to hurt. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to do it right after my gum.
I don't see a need to do both of them. That's like, yeah, I'm gonna do cable curls with 100 pounds. Then I'm gonna go over and grab the dumbbells and do 100 pounds. Like you're doing the same thing, you know, basically, more or less, just back to back. So I would do something different.
Okay, I'm done with those. My jaw is extremely sore and I think I'm gonna just try and go on with my day, but eating might be a bit harder. After the 50-pound jaw exerciser, eating was damn near impossible. I then did some chin tucks against the wall and some laying down neck curls.
I haven't gotten lightheaded from that in a very long time, actually. Maybe I've done too much Looksmaxxing today.
It's day 20, 10 days left. Let's see how much I can really change in these next 10 days. I'm really going to be locked in. Lots of Looksmaxxing and following all these unorthodox routines. Just got home from the gym and honestly, my neck is so sore and I don't know if it's from these jaw exercises I've been doing or the neck stretching, but it's kind of starting to catch up to me. Anyways, I'm going to stick to my routine though and power through it and I'm going to do some bone smashing. Just going to follow that up with 150 reps of the 50-pound jaw exerciser. Just did 150 reps of this, and it's by far the strongest workout my jaw has ever experienced, and I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to even up it to the next level. I just got out of the steam shower, haven't done that in a while, feeling pretty refreshed. Now I'm just going to continue my night with some chin exercises and add some more reps to my routine. I don't know if it's because I upped the jaw strengthener, but my neck is so sore today, and I honestly plan on doing a lot more reps than usual, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's all catching up to me at once, but today has definitely been one of the most difficult days throughout this challenge, and I honestly almost feel like I'm starting to lose a bit of motivation, but even though the other day I was starting to see some really noticeable results, I feel like these next 10 days are going to become really hard.
Oh, YouTube. Gotta have the storyline. Get the audience re-engaged. I get it. It's smart.
Because there's 10 days left, I'm now moving on to the 60-pound jaw exerciser. It was basically like the equivalent of chewing on a brick. I continued my routine of bone smashing, and if you guys were wondering, this has not gotten any easier. I did some chin tucks and neck curls, which have gotten easier with time, and I noticed I look pretty tan, but that's because I actually used a tanning bed at the gym yesterday. I just forgot to mention it. The next day, I chewed on the 60-pound bricks again, literally bricks. And just like I said with the 50-pound exerciser, this is the most my jaw has ever been worked. Pause. I then compared my current physique to day 1 and had noticed quite a bit more definition, which is always a bonus. Did my neck curls and chin tucks and then struggled to eat. Physique to day.
Let's look at the physique. Day 1, day 22, different lighting. Looks like he's flexing a little bit harder here on day 22. Guys, you're not gonna go from 0 to hero in 22 days, just straight up. If you lose fat, you can lose healthily 1 to 1.5 pounds of body fat per week. So unless he's like in a fucking crash diet, then he maybe lost 3.5 pounds, right? So, which does make a difference, but not a big difference. So this is ultimately just lighting. And he didn't claim that this was like some crazy transformation. So I'm not gonna hold that against it, but just some other stuff. Good looking guy, man. He definitely has that like niche appeal, that kind of like punk rocker vibe, like the Viddy hacker vibe. So yeah, he's definitely like maxing that out, I think. Yeah, like what would I change? I think this guy's like already pretty fucking looks maxed.
Physique to day 1 and had noticed quite a bit more definition, which is always a bonus. Did my neck curls and chin tucks and then struggled to eat, per usual. These days were all roughly the same, but come day 28, I was getting ready to see some final results. And just like the other days, I did some bone smashing, but like a lot of bone smashing to really emphasize if I'm going to be making progress. I instantly put the 60-pound jaw exerciser in, and in the past couple days, just like the other ones, it got much easier. At this point in the challenge, I was chewing the Looksmaxxing gum as if it was regular gum. It just felt too easy for only 1 piece a day. Finishing off the night with chin tucks and neck curls, I was ready for the final day of Looksmaxxing. It's now day 29, the last day of this challenge, and no better way to start it by cleaning up my face to really show off my progress. After I showered, I was blow drying my hair, and my camera somehow fell into my toilet. Luckily, my camera still worked. I chewed my last piece of Looksmaxxing gum and did my final round of bone smashing, and was honestly so done with hitting myself in the face with a hammer. In 29 days of this, I would seriously not recommend doing it. This was mainly to push the Looksmaxxing narrative. Something I would recommend getting though is a jaw exerciser. This was something I saw noticeable
Or sorry guys, I know you're sick of it.
It's finally day 30 of my Looksmaxxing journey, so let's see some results. I quickly did some more bone smashing and mogged the camera and then chewed on my jaw exerciser one last time. And now what we've all been waiting for, to see the final results.
Let's see it. I can't wait. I'm on the edge of my seats over here.
I got rated an 88 out of 100, which is so crazy because I started way back at a 6 out of 10. Comparing my 3 face scans, I've noticeabally changed over the course of 30 days, and I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, he did the thing 3 different times, right? This was day 1, day 15, I'm assuming, and then the last day. Wasn't this the same photo he used in the middle? So was it, which one? I don't know. It seems out of order, but whatever. So he's a good looking guy, man. Like, it is crazy the difference between the mewing versus not mewing photos. Like, some images or like some segments of this video, his face looked very lean, and then others he looked a little bit more rounded. So I think it really is just kind of like the lighting. This guy's a good looking dude. He's doing the right stuff. What I would recommend to him is maybe play around with the facial hair a little bit, like maybe do like a little Van Dyke type thing, but ultimately like, and maybe debulk the hair just a little bit. It looks a little bit full and stiff. Like maybe if you just thinned it out just a little bit, I think it would look a little more wispy. But ultimately, since he's niche maxing in kind of the punk, you know, tatted up vibe, then he's honestly killing it. So I don't know what else I would change other than that, but I'm glad he did the video.
Realistically, not much change from the day 17 scan, but my potential is now at a 94.
Oh, okay.
Realistically, not much change.
Okay, so he did actually go. So yeah, he went from a 92 to a 94. He decided to use worse lighting the second time. Like objectively, like what's different between these two photos? I think his face looks a little bit longer on the left. So maybe that's why it gave him a little bit higher rating. Or sorry, his face looks a little bit longer on the right. So maybe that's why it gave him a little bit higher rating on the left. I think it was because he was mewing. When you're mewing like that, you're sucking your cheeks and you have to make your room for your cheeks, like between your teeth. So maybe that's why his chin kind of like pulls down a little bit. So guys, this guy was obviously starting at a very strong point. So there wasn't a whole lot of Looksmaxxing to be done in 30 days. The main advancements you're gonna make is by getting a haircut, you know, correcting your posture, fixing your facial hairstyle, changing your actual style. These are things that you can change immediately. So if you want help with that, I've done multiple videos on that. I think the first place to start would probably be this one right here. It's like how to improve, how to become better looking in 30 days or something. It's one of my favorite videos, so I would check that out. But yeah, shout out to Braden, cool video, and I'll see you in the next one.